Hello friends, welcome to Thermomixing Adventures. Lisa here. This afternoon I'm whipping up a really quick dip to go with some beautiful crackers I have made for my Patreon supporters. So today I've been doing lots of videos and yeah, gonna make this dip. So let's get started on this. You can see there's other things happening. There's a timer on the Thermomix. Now you can make this in whatever model you've got. So let me tell you how you can do that. So we'll go straight to start. And for those watching on for the first time ever, this is a TM7 model Thermomix. We've only had the TM7 for maybe 2 months, maybe a month now, 6 weeks. And yeah, it's quite amazing. So I'm really enjoying cooking with it and sharing it with you. You'll find me here most days of the week, coming live on Facebook and putting the replay up on YouTube. If you're ever wondering what the final product is, if it's a recipe where there's like a big cook time or whatever like that, make sure at about 6 o'clock at night you check over on YouTube, because that's where I then put the whole lot together, and the beginning and end photo are the actual final product. It's interesting to see how many people say, what's it look like? I'm like, can you not see the photo at the beginning and the end? That's what it looks like. It's literally that. So I just thought I'd make mention that YouTube's great to go over. It's also a really good library. So if you're kind of going, oh, I've caught the first part of this, but I got distracted, didn't get to finish it, often it's hard to find later on social media platforms, but over there it's like an ongoing record of videos, so you can check it out over there. First things first is 80 grams of cashews. Now this is a dairy-free recipe, that's why, whoop, that was a little heavy. You'll see that it was called vegan something or other, can't even remember the title, because it hasn't got, the cashews do replace the cheese. So we're going to blend for 10 seconds, speed 10. If you don't have a blend mode because you've got a TM31, hello Elena, lovely to see you today. If you've got a TM31 or a TM5, you're going to go up to speed 5 and then gradually increase to speed 9, okay? On a TM6 and TM7 we have blend. We're going to go 10 seconds speed on this blend. Now, some people will ask me, so I'm going to answer the question in advance. Is it quieter on speed 10? Not particularly. Okay, yes, on speed 1 and 2, and even like coming up to 3, it is noticeably quieter. I come back and I check that it's still on because I don't hear it in the background. Other things are noisier. But when it gets up to speed 10 and 8 and 7, it's the same sound. Simple as that. All right, so next up, let's have a look. Oh, check that out. How cool is that? So 10 seconds is all it takes to make almond into almond meal, oats into oat flour, icing sugar from raw sugar or brown sugar. Look at that, powdered. How cool is that? All right, next up we have garlic clove. I don't have garlic at the moment. I have a garlic cheating paste. So 1 teaspoon of that to be the equivalent of the garlic clove. Then we've got red capsicum, and it wants us to use the jarred stuff, which I thought I had. Searched through the fridge, can't find it, so I'm just going to chuck this in. Now, I'm going to assume, let me just scroll down. Let me scroll down. I do have wet fingers. Yeah, we are doing a blend, so I don't need to be too precise on this. So it's supposed to be roasted red capsicum in oil. And if I thought about it earlier, because I decided to do this like 3 minutes ago, I would have pre-roasted this in the oven, but didn't happen, okay? So, hello Beth, lovely to see you on. Hey Kim, I'm glad you're enjoying the videos, Beth. I hope they inspire you to give them a go, give these recipes a go, try something different that otherwise might not have jumped out at you to give a go. So I'm just making sure they're chunky, small enough to fit down the side of the blades, and it says about 100 grams of roasted capsicum. Obviously I'm going to get a different tasting product not using roasted, but this is not something I've never made this recipe before, and 99% of the recipes I bring to you are literally brand new to me as well, because there are 11,000 English recipes on Cookidoo to choose from, so there is no need to double up. I mean, you might find favorites that you make regularly, but there's no need to double up because you can keep finding new ones. 124. Okay, 30 grams of oil. So it's not like my family are going to go, oh, this doesn't taste the same as last time, because it hasn't been a last time. So next up we have this oil, 30 grams. Then we've got sun-dried tomatoes. Thankfully I do have those. It is something we generally have, you know, in our fridge, unless they've used them all and not told me, but from pizza night. Kids will often use these on pizza. And actually this morning, the boys and I spent a lot of time in the veggie patch weeding, and the kids were very excitedly exclaiming how many tomatoes we've got getting ready to, they'll be a while till they ripen. They're green, they're set, but they're green. Once this weather turns warm, we'll see them all take off. And they were like, yay, we're gonna do. And they actually were like, because last time I dehydrated lots, and they weren't as much of a fan. They want the sun-dried, semi-dried in oil type ones. So I'm going to have to find that recipe, and I'll do it with you guys when that time comes and they're actually sweet enough and ripe and stuff. Paprika, 2 tablespoons. Now this says a sweet paprika. There are 2 different varieties of paprika. There is your smoky and your sweet. I mean, you could make this smoky, because if a bit like me, if you've never made it before, no one's going to know the difference. So use what you've got. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay. My kids preference the sweet paprika, which is why that's what we predominantly use. That's why I've got a big one of these. We have a small one, which is the smoky. Okay, next. All right, let's blend this. So, oops, 30 seconds, speed 6. Those of you with a TM7, the trick, push it down and turn it, okay? Just turn it a quarter. All right, let's press play. And so you're just going 20 seconds. So if you have a TM31, 5 or 6, you can use blend mode on a TM6, otherwise it's 20 seconds, speed 6. Okay, and look at that. Oh my goodness. Now this recipe does say that you can use it on crunchy bread, you can use it on crackers like I'm going to up the back, or you could actually use it as a pizza base, which I thought was really cool as well. I am going to have a little taste and tell you what I think. Yum. Nobody's going to complain. We do not have the roasted capsicums. However, if you know you're going to make this in advance and you're going to serve it up at something, you could roast them off yourself in the oven, or you could buy the jar, right? But anyway, as I said, wasn't overly planned today. This was I need to do a video, let's do this. So let's put it in here so you can have a look at it, see how much I can fit. If you need it smoother because someone in your family would preference it smoother, of course, just blitz it again, scrape the sides, do it again. But that's yummy. And no cheese. The cashew does the job, which I love. You wouldn't guess it. You'd think there would be parmesan in that, but no. And that's also why that saltiness, if you're wondering why the salt, because normally parmesan, if you were to make something like this, your pestos and your chunky dips, the parmesan is your saltiness. So in this case, we have salt. All right, there you go. Give this a go this afternoon. Let me just go back to the beginning. Let's have a look. Roasted capsicum, or we just put capsicum, and cashew vegan spread. Really easy in your Thermomix. Give it a go. Let me know what you think when you do. Remember to share this video. If you've got someone around you who has a Thermomix, regardless of what model, send it to them, especially if they like their dips. Let's help them get the most out of their Thermomix. And if I can ever support you to get a TM7, check it out at TMXing Adventures, even on my t-shirt. I'd be honored to help you get a TM7 on your bench and help you get the most out of it. But otherwise, I'm here to help you with whatever model you've got. So please don't ever hesitate to reach out. But otherwise, take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.